force et respecte la puissance. C'est que t'as. Jeffrey, Kulu Yaga, Formateur. Tout le monde est balance avec autant de les enfants dansent avec autant de dansent avec autant de maman et papa dansent avec autant de si c'est du boulevard, ma douce sanguin.
Welcome everyone to the 2020 World Refugee Day celebration. My name is Lucy Hasso, and on behalf of the World Refugee Day Planning Committee, I would like to thank you for joining us today to celebrate and recognize the great diversity, strength, and resilience of our refugee community in San Diego. We are gathering today for a virtual celebration due to the current public health orders for social distancing and gatherings. We have some amazing dance and musical performances planned for today, as well as guest speakers from the San Diego Refugee Forum, City of San Diego leaders, United Nations, and more. We'll be raffling $25 gift cards throughout the event, which you can enter by typing your name into the comment box. Next, I'd like to introduce Mohammed from the San Diego Refugee Forum.
Dear fellow refugees, my name is Mohammed Tuama, President of the San Diego Refugee Forum. For more than 40 years, the San Diego Refugee Forum has been helping to foster communication and collaboration among agencies serving the San Diego area refugee community. On behalf of the San Diego Refugee Forum, I am happy to welcome you to our annual celebration of the World Refugee Day. Even though it's coming to you on video this year, you can be sure that our community is as vibrant and enthusiastic in their observance of this day as in our live events in the past. World Refugee Day was designated by the United Nations to honor refugees around the globe. It celebrates the strength and courage of people who have been forced to flee their home countries to escape conflict and persecution. More than 70 million refugees are currently displaced from countries around the world, and the numbers are growing every day as people in desperate and dangerous situations risk their lives to find safety. Let us keep them always in our thoughts. Only a small number of refugees ever get resettled in other countries, but over many decades, tens of thousands have been lucky to find a pleasant and peaceful home here in San Diego. The Refugee Forum strongly advocates for a more compassionate refugee policy in the future. Our government leaders here in San Diego are vocal in their support to our refugee community. In 2017 World Refugee Day celebration, we were honored by the presence of Congresswoman Susan Davis, who provided the event's remarks. Last year, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher provided the forum with a proclamation on behalf of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors. Here are the remarks during the last year's World Refugee Day celebration.
Stands on the side of our refugees, our immigrants, and our asylum seekers. It's embedded in the Statue of Liberty. It says, "Send me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." And so for all of you who are here who have been displaced, I want you to know that America welcomes you. I want you to know that San Diego welcomes you. I want you to know that you will always have a safe place and a warm reception. You are a part of our community. Our diversity makes us strong. We see that every day right here in City Heights. And so I'm just grateful, tremendous honor to be here to proclaim it 2 days after official World Refugee Day. We're getting some mileage out of this day.
For the San Diego World Refugee Day celebration this year, we are honored to have the event remarks presented by the Mayor of the City of San Diego himself, Mayor Kevin Faulconer.
Hi, this is Mayor Kevin Faulconer. It's a pleasure to welcome you to this World Refugee Day virtual celebration. San Diego has long been a destination for people in search of opportunity, refugees looking to rebuild their lives, and citizens who are honored to call America home. I'm proud of how immigrants from around the globe help define our city. In fact, 1 in 4 San Diegans is an immigrant or a refugee, making contributions to our economy, our workforce, and our communities. In recognition of this fact, we did something last year that we've never done before. We launched a strategic plan for immigrant and refugee integration, and it's called Welcoming San Diego. And we followed it up by hiring the city's first ever immigrant affairs manager, who is working as we speak to implement these important policies. But today is about you, and I want to acknowledge you for all that you're doing. And I want to thank the San Diego Refugee Forum, which has supported San Diego's refugee community for more than 40 years. In honor of today's celebration, I wanted the whole city to share in this recognition. So on behalf of the citizens of San Diego, I have proclaimed today, June 27th, 2020, as World Refugee Day in the city of San Diego. Today and every day, let's keep working to make San Diego a better place for all. Thank you for all that you do, and enjoy today's event.
Thank you, Mayor Faulconer, for the remarks and the proclamation. The city's International Affairs Liaison has been a great asset to our community. Dear fellow refugees, we know that the refugee journey is too long, and the vetting process is getting more and more complicated, from security clearances to background checks. But when you are in your new host country, I urge you, as a refugee myself, to learn your new country's language, understand the culture, adapt to their good values, and contribute with your cultural good values. In every city and country where refugees are being resettled, there is an organization like our forum, a local government leader such as ours, and a neighbor who is there to assist you with your new journey to become a productive citizen in your new home and your new society. Later in this event, we will hear from the United Nations Association of San Diego. I wish you all the best and welcome to the World Refugee Day celebration.
My name is Biljana Markovic. I was born in ex-Yugoslavian Republic Serbia. My son and me got a green card on a DV lottery for 2019. Life for single mom is hard everywhere. It's not easy to calculate work and family time when child have just one parent. I learned how to be strong during my whole life. I was 11 years old when war started in my country and 19 when it was finished. All that hard experience helped me how to fight here in pandemic time. I had a big culture shock when we came here, but the biggest support I got from public consulting group. They helped me to feel safe here in every single meaning of safe. My first case manager was very great man, and all public consulting group workers who works with me makes me feel like they are part of my family. They helped me to find apartment and to keep it during the pandemic time. I can't forget that, never, and endless thanks to public consulting group. My work in Carte Hotel is hard, but I got wonderful human resource manager Marisa. She helped me too much there. And it's a great thing when you have support of empathic people, because I'm absolutely sure that this world needs more empathy to be a better place. Now I am unemployment. I'm still waiting for my first unemployment check, and I hope that I will be soon at my job again. I'm so thankful to California and San Diego County. Me and my son feel like real protected citizens here, and I appreciate that, and endless thanks to all of that. Thank you so much.
I hope everyone's enjoying the event so far. Just a reminder, we are giving away $25 gift cards, and you can enter by typing your name into the comment box. And next, we have a performance by Cong Dong Vietnam. And now we have an amazing performance by the Karen Organization of San Diego.
Thank you to the Karen Organization and to the Karen community for this wonderful performance. My name is Monica Melgoza, and I hope you're enjoying today's World Refugee Day virtual celebration. As a member of the San Diego Refugee Forum, I have had the opportunity to meet and work alongside many of the organizations presenting today. Their mission is to support and serve the refugee community each and every day, and more so during these unprecedented times. They are the core of the San Diego Refugee Forum, and I'm grateful for all the work they do. And now, I would like to introduce to you the United Nations Association Local San Diego chapter with an important message on the status of refugees locally and worldwide. Enjoy.
Warm greetings from the United Nations Association San Diego chapter. Since 1946, here in San Diego, are we promoting engagement with the United Nations locally? We are fighting for the full funding of the United Nations and a strong US leadership through the UN and with the United Nations. Thank you, San Diego Refugee Forum, for hosting us today during World Refugee Day. This year's theme is every one of us can make a difference and every action counts. We are thrilled today to have Nathan Williams, Liaison Officer of the UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency of San Diego, here with us today. Nathan, welcome.
Hello, everyone, and thank you to the San Diego Refugee Forum for inviting me today. And also thank you very much to the United Nations Association of San Diego for connecting me with the San Diego Refugee Forum. We are marking this year's World Refugee Day against a backdrop of a dramatic global crisis. Not only are record numbers of people forced to flee their homes, but the world is grappling with COVID-19, a disease that is still very much affecting us all. What started as a health crisis has expanded, and today, many of the most vulnerable, refugees and displaced amongst them, face a pandemic of poverty. UNHCR's Global Trend Report, released this week, shows that forced displacement is now affecting more than 1% of humanity. That's 1 in every 97 people, or an unprecedented 79.5 million people who were displaced at the end of 2019. UNHCR has not seen a higher total. The report also notes diminishing prospects for refugees when it comes to hopes of any quick solution for their displacement. In the 1990s, on average, 1.5 million refugees were able to return home each year. Over the past decade, that number has fallen to around 385,000, meaning that growth in displacement is today far outstripping solutions. Throughout this challenging time, we have also seen a connectedness that transcends borders. Ordinary people have stepped up to help. Host communities, especially those in low and middle income countries where nearly 90% of the world's refugees live, have continued to demonstrate a remarkable welcome. And refugees themselves are also contributing in significant ways, despite often living in extremely vulnerable conditions. They are volunteering as frontline health workers in the US, Colombia, and the UK, making soap in Lebanon and Niger, sewing masks and protective gear in Iran, helping construct isolation centers in Bangladesh, and elsewhere around the world. They're contributing time to help the needy in their host communities. As we battle COVID-19, we should draw inspiration from the resilience refugees have shown in overcoming their own crises of displacement and dispossession, their separation from home and family, and their determination to improve their own and others' lives, despite these and other hardships. On World Refugee Day, we should salute and celebrate the fortitude of refugees and displaced people around the world. And we should also pay tribute to communities that shelter them and that have demonstrated the universally shared values and principles of compassion and humanity. UNHCR is no stranger to challenges. For over 70 years, we have been on the front lines of countless emergencies. Yet this global pandemic is of an entirely new magnitude. Our priority has been and will be to stay and deliver for refugees, IDPs, and stateless people. But we really can't do it alone. Mobilizing help and support to prepare and respond to the pandemic has been vital in the past months. As we have seen, countries and communities around the world who have included refugees in their own national health responses, it's now equally critical to secure refugees and displaced persons' inclusion in much needed socioeconomic response to the pandemic. On this World Refugee Day, we must continue to call for greater global solidarity and action to include and support refugees, IDPs, and stateless people, as well as their hosts. Every one of us can make a difference, and every action counts. Thank you.
Hey there, my name is Cedric Murula. I am currently a community organizer and a member of Global Refugee Network representing North America, a movement that brings all refugees and former refugees in one place to discuss refugee participation and inclusion in every level. And today, as we celebrate World Refugee Day, it means a lot, and it is a big day for me because as a former refugee, I know how this feels. And before everything, I would love to encourage and strengthen all families that have fled their own countries in seek of stability and peace, because no one decides to leave their homes just because they want to leave it, just because they're in danger and they're seeking peace and stability. And also a reminder that no one decides to become a refugee, but circumstances make people to become one. And as we live in San Diego today, I have seen a lot of refugees and former refugees being super resilient and involved in many different ways that you could possibly imagine. You know, refugees are often seen as a burden, as illiterate, as people who have nothing to offer to the community. But I've seen a lot of refugees around the world, and especially in San Diego where we live, refugees are doing incredible things to help their communities, to be part of what's happening, but also greatly contributing to this society. And for many years, you know, a lot of organizations working with refugees have forgotten the inclusion and participation in refugees in every aspect of their lives, in which I feel like it is very important to include former refugees in all decision making, because when you do things for refugees without refugees, it's against refugees. And the better way to making sure we can have a better world and better serve refugees around the world in every aspect of services we provide, we need to include refugees in those decision making. Otherwise, we'll be doing things against them. And I'm also encouraging, and I say thank you so much for all those that have been there to advocate on behalf of refugees, all of those that have been there and working on behalf of refugees in many different aspects, and more especially during this hard time and pandemic. This is really amazing and incredible, and we thank you so much for continue doing so. As we celebrate this World Refugee Day, I pray that we can all work together as one. We can all support one another. We can love one another. And that's exactly how we can create a stronger, better community. Thank you so much and happy World Refugee Day. Bye.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Mi nombre es Mario César Eguía, un servidor, y soy el director de su mariachi Victoria San Diego. Les vamos a interpretar esta bella melodía, El Son de los Aguacates, y espero sea de su agrado. ¿Listos, muchachos?
Thank you to all of our amazing performers and inspirational stories. These messages of resilience and perseverance is what we need to hear today during these trying times. If you were inspired, like me, by today's celebration and would like to make a difference, you can start by participating on the San Diego Refugee Forum monthly meetings and by becoming a member. The forum has multiple task forces that work on topics like healthcare, employment, advocacy, and more. If you would like more information about the forum and how you would like to join, you can do so by going online at sdrefugeeforum.org. Please help us spread the word about today's celebration by sharing this video on your social media. Also, Carol Lewis will be sharing today's raffle winners on the chat box, so please be on the lookout. You might be a winner. Again, I hope you're able to join us next year on 2021 World Refugee Day celebration. I also hope you enjoyed today's celebration and you're able to talk about it with your friends and others. So remember, be safe, and if you leave your place, cover your face.